Hey TCS TV viewers, it's Dave and Evelyn from the Camera Store. Today we're going to talk about live streaming.
That's right, we're going to talk about a live streaming tool that can help you live stream from anywhere. I'm talking about the YOLO Box Mini.
We have been doing a ton of live streaming over the last couple of years, and it's a lot of fun. It's a little nerve-wracking when you're in front of the camera, I have to tell you once in a while.
Yeah, Drew, how many live streams have we done now?
59.
So we've done about 59 live streams in the last 18 months. And we've learned a lot. And the biggest thing that we always want to do is to simplify our gear and also just to make it easier, be able to have a smaller crew and just be able to do some more stuff too. So we like the idea of pushing the boundaries and getting out of the studio, getting out of different places.
How to make it work, it can be really complicated and really daunting when you first start looking at it. But
oh God. Yeah. I mean, we used to use like a crazy live streaming cart just a few years ago, and it was like rigged out. We had like a very powerful computer, we had tons of cables, we had an encoder. It was kind of ridiculous. So the Yolobox Mini, this is something that promises to do that because it is a super portable device that's an encoder, it's a monitor, and it's also a recorder. And so this will allow you to do something a little bit more professional than if you were to just live stream directly from a phone.
I mean, the thing is, you can live stream from your phone, but you're limited to sort of the quality of your phone's camera. We have access to great cameras nowadays. Why not integrate that into our whole visual?
Yeah, so I'm going to show you the size of it. So this is a Google Pixel 6 on my left-hand side, and then this is the Yolobox Mini, which compared to the Pro is significantly smaller, lighter, and it's just overall a much more compact package that you could easily throw in your camera bag or even your pocket.
Now, I really like the build quality of the Yolobox products. And with the Yolobox Mini, we have a 5.5-inch, very responsive touch screen, which has 500 nits of brightness, if you need to know that. But it means that it's very bright, and so it's very usable even outside an outdoor setting. And a really nice touch with Yolobox is they provide a screen protector in the box.
And with this unit, the biggest thing that you need to know is that this is more for a single camera operation. So it has one HDMI in for your connectivity to your camera. So keep that in mind if this is one that you're selecting. But just with some basic setup, you can do things like overlays, lower thirds, countdown timers, and it gives you the ability to even do dual streaming. The thing that I love the most about this is just how plug and play and simple it is to use. The interface is very intuitive, and I was able to set everything up totally on my own without really having to dig into the technical details. And it's very nice if you want to just be sort of like a one-man show.
And I look at this device as you want to go out and you want to share an event with the world, right? Even your kid's soccer game, it's incredibly easy to set up and sort of make it work. But any kind of events, think weddings, this is going to be a fantastic sort of device. Now, if you already have an ATEM Mini or another switcher, the Yolobox Mini works fantastic. But if you're starting from scratch, the Yolobox Pro is a great option because it acts as a switcher as well. You can put multiple inputs into it. We have 3 HDMI ins as well as USB-C, regular USB, a whole host of options that the Yolobox Mini just doesn't give you. So this is like a huge production studio all in a relatively small package.
Yeah, but again, if you want to get into live streaming and up your production quality from just using a phone or something like that, then doing the one camera setup on the road is actually really cool. And so we wanted to put this into practice because we do lots of different live streams and we're trying to get our live streams to be more dynamic, be able to actually go out into the field and show photographers what they're doing. So we actually teamed up with our friend Mike Drew to test this out to see how it would work in a real world environment where we are using cellular reception, we're live streaming on the go, and we're doing a one camera setup.
We are here with Mike Drew, and he's a fantastic photographer, and we want to do a virtual workshop with him, but Mike's not an indoor kind of guy. He likes to work outside in the great outdoors, so we're testing the Yolobox Mini to see how well it works in the great outdoors. Mike, are you ready to go live?
Oh, let's go live. Okay. Yeah, these look good. Dave, come here.
Oh yeah. What do you see?
Look at these guys. They're in a perfect position. They're angled right up toward me.
Oh, nice.
So we'll flop
What do you call
and
these?
shoot. I think that's Solomon seal, false Solomon seal.
It's these.
It's supposed to stay. There we go.
Yeah.
Now, take it off, turn. There, now the aperture is stayed.
Lock it.
We had a lot of fun doing our live stream test with Mike Drew. Of course, it was low pressure because we were just doing like an unlisted test. But I think we would feel pretty confident if we were actually doing a real live stream. There's something about live streaming that has that like extra pressure of like
Total
everything
pressure.
has to work. So I wanted to try doing this with kind of a lazy setup at first. So I just turned my phone into like a Wi-Fi hotspot to see if we're able to get a connection. So this gave me the ability to do the live stream using that hotspot connection without having to actually take my SIM card out of my phone and put it into the device.
Yeah, I mean, that is the simplest way to make it work, but you are relying on the connection of Wi-Fi between the YOLO box and your phone and then the cell phone reception. We did get better results when we went directly with the SIM card in the YOLO box itself.
Both of these devices can do 8,000 kilobits per second in terms of the bit rate. We decided to go with a mid-range but constant bit rate of about 4,000. We liked that because our data network with the cellular connection was fairly consistent, and so we were able to maintain that. But if you are on something that's a little bit more shaky, then you could go with a variable bit rate. But you know, sometimes that might cause you some issues. Your footage might not look as clean. It does prevent, you know, dropping frames if you're not able to all of a sudden maintain that bit rate.
Yeah, now you do have the option of hooking both these machines up to an Ethernet port. So if you're
Yeah.
shooting indoors and you have that option, hardwire is always going to give you the most solid connection.
Another thing we were pleasantly surprised by in the field was how well it did with battery life.
I was expecting these things just to chew through battery, but we streamed for a better part of an hour and it went down to about 20%.
Yeah,
so
it
I
was
was quite
great.
shocked by that. But if you are out in the field and you are running low on juice, you do have the ability to plug both these units in through a USB-C power bank.
Yeah, one thing though we had to keep our eye on was what was going to happen with the weather, because it was kind of a cloudy afternoon, and at this time of year in Alberta you can get a storm in real fast. And in our case we were very lucky, but because it can't take any moisture, you'd have to be careful with that and make sure that you are prepared if you are live streaming. Don't let this be under a soaker.
I like where this technology is going, and Yolobox has made a very simple interface that allows tons of connectivity and just allows you to stream live to multiple services so conveniently and instantly. I mean, seriously, the toughest part for me was remembering my passwords.
It's true. I mean, having something that's relatively affordable, it's reliable, it's portable, and basically puts this kind of tool in anybody's hands. You don't have to know a ton about live streaming and a technical setup to get up and going, because the interface is just that intuitive. If you want to see how easy it is to set up the Yolobox Mini, I recorded a little video tutorial, so all you have to do is go into the description and click the link, and you can watch that after this video. Most importantly, we want to know, what do you guys think? Is live streaming on your radar? Do you have anyone that's asking you as a photographer to start live streaming events and stuff like that? Let us know what you think in the comments below.
Are passwords the bane of your existence? Make sure you follow us on Instagram.
And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit that notification bell so we can catch you again very soon. Go sports.
Go sports. Okay. Hey, thanks for sticking around and watching our episode on the YOLO Box, and especially the YOLO Box Mini. If you want to check out more of our recent content, click up here. And if you are Canadian, you want to shop local, check out thecamerastore.com down here.